Well, hello there, friends. Another fantastic recipe today. We're making a coq au vin. Oh, I know what you're saying. I already made one 2 or 3 years ago. You're right, I did. But I did it the traditional way in a pot. Today I decided to change things to make it quicker. We're gonna do a breast of chicken, pop it in the oven for a few minutes, and next to it, we're gonna make that beautiful red wine sauce that is so familiar to the coq au vin. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to make it. We're gonna make it with a mashed potato and a broccolini. It's delicious. I am glad you're here, friends. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell. Stay tuned, we're doing it right now together. Okay, friends, well, I know you know how to make a coq au vin in a pot. You know, I did it not too long ago. Well, actually, I should say, it's been a while. Matter of fact, a lot of you haven't seen it because we did it like probably 2 or 3 years ago, right, Jacques? Would it be 2 or 3 years ago? One of the first video. Coq au vin is a classic, a traditional French dish. It's a chicken cooked in a pot. And so if you have the time and the inclination, you know, a good hour and a half where you cook it, and it's great. It's a great recipe. Jacques is going to give you a little bit of the example of when we did the video. But I was looking the other day and I said, you know what are the most popular French dish? And coq au vin was right on top, and I go, you know, there's so many of our new subscribers because at the time we did that video, we maybe had 100,000 subscribers. Now we got like 1.8 million, almost 1.9 million subscribers, and a lot of you haven't seen it. So I figure it's too important of a recipe for you guys not to know. No, I'm not redoing the same one. I'm doing a chicken breast coq au vin. Coq au vin is really the sauce. So the French people are going to go, it's not a coq au vin. I know it's not a coq au vin. So check out that video right there, wherever Jack puts the link in it, and that's a coq au vin. I'm just gonna make the same sauce, delicious sauce, with and I'm gonna cook a breast. And I'll talk about the breast in a minute. Friends, let's go with the sauce first. First, I got bacon. I got a 1/4 pound of bacon. Remember, the onion is always number first, unless there is bacon. I got bacon. I got bacon. See, look. And you see that little fat right there? That's the fat from the bacon. Because I did it slowly, friends. And I said I'm just gonna put an onion, but one onion in a grocery store in Florida is a big onion. So I'm not gonna put it all. There's gonna be way too much onion. So normally I would put onion right here with a little oil or a little clarified butter or whatever it is. But since I got bacon, I'm sauteing the onion in the bacon. All right? So I'm gonna do this for a minute, and then I'm gonna do the mushroom. And the mushroom, I'm going to get rid of the water. There's a whole process. I know a lot of you didn't cook. You already know all that stuff. But remember, friends, every week we get 10, 15, 20,000 new subscribers. Every week. So those new people, God bless you, welcome to the channel. They have to know. So I'm repeating myself, and forgive me for all of you that have been here for 3 years, because you're getting sick and tired of hearing the same thing. But I gotta take care of the new people as well, okay? Gotta take care of everybody. So we saute the onions so they get sweeter, and you can look at it. You can tell they're gonna be nice. Now, we're talking about chicken. Chicken breast, the best way to cook a chicken breast, friends, saute them in the pan and pop them in the oven. You're gonna say, well, I don't want to cook it in the oven. Then you cut them in half, butterfly them. Jack, you know what we should do? We should give them a segment when I butterfly the chicken, so they can see it. Because if you butterfly, you can do it in a fry pan. The reason why you can't do it in a fry pan when it's thick like this, look how thick that is. Because if you did that, friends, then what happens is you'll end up overcooking the outside in order to cook the inside. Because in the inside, it's got to be cooked at least 155, right? So in order for you to cook the chicken that side on the inside, you would overcook the outside because it's too thick. That's why I say pop it in the oven. The oven is more of a gentle heat. You put big things in the oven. It's a big thing. All right, so you don't want to do the oven? Not a problem. Just butterfly, and then you can cook it gently in a fry pan the whole way. on both sides, okay? Because at the end of the day, friends, the breast is better off cooked gently in the oven, and the dark meat, the thighs, the leg, they're better if they're braised, submerged in liquid, okay? So it's really important you guys to understand that, because it's none of it is complicated, but I promise you it's better. And also, the dark meat, the thighs, the leg, and all that, are better off cooked 165 up to 185. There's nothing wrong with it to overcook. I'd rather you overcook the dark meat than this. See, this, if you overcook, what do you got? Dry, right? Dry. All right, look, guys, we need the onion and the bacon are doing great. We're now going to saute the mushroom, and we're going to put a little bit of salt on top. And the salt is going to help us get rid of the water so that we don't burn anything in here, okay? We want to get rid of the water out of there. All right? So I hope I made myself clear without confusing you guys, okay? Sometimes I get confused myself. How you not going to be confused, right? So look, guys, I got beautiful garlic olive oil. You can use clarified butter if you have it. You know, I don't want to use things all the time that are special, because if you don't have it, then you can't use it. All right, so we're going to reduce the water out of here. We're going to saute the chicken breast, and then we're going to make the sauce. It's so simple. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. A coq au vin sauce is wonderful. It's got a red wine. If you don't use red wine, you can put more stock. It's got cognac. If you don't drink cognac, you should give it a try. I mean, really. If you don't drink cognac, don't worry about it. It's a flavoring. It's a great flavoring, and it's really something. And we put it at the end so we don't burn it, right? And if you don't drink it, you're not gonna miss it. You don't drink it, right? But you should give it a shot one day. I'll tell you. Officer, I haven't been drinking. I had just been cooking. With what? With cognac. Oh. All right. Now the breast. Let's talk about the breast real quick again, friends. I am looking at a heat of 365 degrees for my oil, and I can't put regular butter, because if I put regular butter, what happens? It burns, okay? Regular butter has got milk protein. You see, I got beautiful caramelization in here, friends. Let me tell you. I'm cooking it just a little bit more. I can put my fresh thyme. That's the herb, and it's classic to use, okay? Fresh thyme, okay? So I'm trying to stay as classic as I can in a recipe. Now, there's two sides to the chicken, okay? Look. There's the inside, and there is what it's called the outside. That's the outside of the chicken, that's the inside of the chicken. We're gonna go on the outside of the chicken, because that's a pretty, see, that's pretty. That's not so pretty, right? The outside of the chicken goes down first. It's exactly the same thing when I cook the fish. Now, I got fresh chicken on here. I'm gonna continue using this. Okay, now look, guys. Look, the mushrooms have released their water. Now, I'm putting the garlic. Just before I'm putting liquid, I'm putting garlic. All right, and the minute I smell the garlic, what do? Put something wet on it. What do I put? Wine. There you go. Measure carefully, friends. All right, we're gonna make a wine reduction. Whenever you're cooking with red wine, friends, whenever you're cooking with red wine, what do? You reduce it. You reduce it by half to get rid of the water, to intensify the flavor, and to sweeten the whole thing. It consolidates the flavor. It makes the wine much softer. The reason why you do not do a reduction on fortified wine, because it's already reduced, already sweet, it's already condensed flavor. Regular wine, you need to get rid of the water and to soften all of the flavor, okay? And concentrate on the flavor. Any wine you cook, friends, you gotta reduce it. Now I'm cleaning my pots to make sure there's no burned bits, and I'm just gonna let that reduce. When the chicken breast looks pretty, I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna pop it in the oven. This is really the only way, the easiest way to cook a chicken breast, friends, I promise you. And the secret, the other important thing to remember, friends, is we don't want to overcook it. The minute it gets to 155, out of the oven. 155, 160 if you have to, okay? Don't let people tell you to cook at 180. I don't know what they're drinking, okay? They're not drinking the same wine I'm drinking because it's not. Oh, look how beautiful. See, look. You see? All right, now, friends, I'm going to dispose of the tongue because the next time I pick it up, it's cooked. I don't want to use the tongue I used on a raw chicken. I am now going to take this and pop it in my preheated oven. Preheated oven, 365, 375. All right? Now, I'm going to serve it with my famous mashed potatoes. You got to serve it with mashed potatoes. I already made the mashed potatoes. There's plenty of mashed potatoes I made. I made a quick one with a garlic clove on it. That's the original recipe we made. We made the 3-star Michelin mashed potatoes, and we also made a aligo potato with the cheese in it. You pick which one you want. Today I'm picking the original recipe that I made with the garlic. It's wonderful, easy. Look, I got broccolini. Broccolini is temperamental, friends. You have to be careful because the stem of the broccoli sometimes just doesn't cook. It doesn't cook. The stem, but by the time the florets are cooked, the stem is still hard. So you know what I do? I peel them. I peel them from here on. I peel them. No big deal, right? And I poach them. And as soon as they cook to my liking, I want to eat the whole thing, right? Then I put them in ice water. Right? Very simple. I'm going to take some fresh breadcrumb. And this is the breadcrumb recipe that I make all the time, friends. You don't have to do this. It's just, why not? And then I'm going to put a bit of Parmesan cheese on it. And really simple, right? They're cooked already. Just give it a little flavor. We're going to put a little more salt and pepper on there. In the meantime, what am I doing? I'm waiting for the reduction. You see, the reduction, the wine is reducing. You can't do anything until that wine is reduced. All right, friends? I'm going to pop those guys in the oven. Remember, they're cooked, right? So now, let me get another tongue. And I'm going to take my broccolini. I'm going to pop it in the oven. Hey, Jay, you're more gentle, Jean-Pierre. There you go. Put them right here in the oven. There you go. When I was prepping it, I was eating them because they're so delicious. There we go. All right. We got a clean tongue. We're going to pop this in the oven in about 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. One of those. Before the chicken is ready. Now, what I'm going to do for them, remember they cooked, eh? Boiling water, ice water, right? Poach them like you do to all vegetables, friends. Now we're going to test this. This should be good. If it's no good, you keep going. It's delicious. Well, if you start with a good wine, it's going to be good. Now, remember, I always say, cook with the wine you're willing to drink. Don't be cooking with a crappy wine and think it's going to be good because you're going to reduce it. If you start with a $2 bottle of wine, you're going to end up with a $2 sauce. All right, friends. I am now going to put a little bit of stock because the wine is reduced. Remember, it has to taste good before you put the stock. All right, we're going to put a little bit of stock. I got chicken stock. Okay? And we're going to cook this for a minute, and then at the end, we're going to thicken it with a little bit of cornstarch. If you have a cooked roux, you could use a cooked roux at the end. If not, then you have to use a cornstarch to thicken it because we're going to give it a body. And then we'll finish it up with butter and fresh parsley and a little bit of cognac. I don't want to put a cognac now. I'm going to cook the whole alcohol out of it. And what's the sense of putting it in? So when I come back, the chicken will have been taken out of the oven. This will have been just out of the oven warm. And we'll finish the sauce together, and I'll serve it. See you in a minute. Okay, friends. I just took out the chicken, and you know what I just realized? I tell you to do it, and then I forget to do it. Always make sure you put a towel on the fry pan you take out of the oven, because you're going to forget one day. I did tell you the thing one time. I'm in the middle of lunch, 200 tickets going crazy in the middle of lunch, and we used to cook rice. I always got to tell you a story. We used to cook rice in the big fry pan right at the restaurant, and one of the cooks take out the rice out of the fry pan, puts it in the middle of the kitchen, in the middle of it because he was doing something else. No towel, and we're in the middle of lunch, and I say, "Who put the rice in there?" And I grab it. And the pan was so hot that I yanked it like that, and it yanked my skin right out. So believe me, now I'm like, hey. So be careful. All right, little cognac, friends. Just a little cognac. Like, Not too much. Don't put too much. You just want a little flavor in the background. The sauce is boiling. Remember, when you're putting cornstarch, it has to be boiling. You want to bring cornstarch because that sauce is ugly right now. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. Look, friends. This is not a sauce. Nothing is holding together. Right? That's why you're putting a little thickener. And cornstarch is perfect. Cornstarch diluted in water. How much cornstarch, how much water? Just put a little cornstarch in there, a couple of tablespoons. Put a little water until you have a consistency of cream. I never measure. You don't need to measure. Look, now we're going to put a little bit. And be careful. Be careful. A little bit goes a long way, friends. A little bit goes a long, long way. So you put a little bit first. Wait until it comes back to burn. I have freshly chopped parsley. It's a must. Must. If you're going to make coq au vin, you got to put freshly chopped parsley, friends. All right, now look at the texture already has changed tremendously, right? But not enough. So now you have to be very careful, friends. You have to be very careful because you put too much of this and you can't take it out. So look, I'm just using a little spoon. And now I got to bring it to boil again. All right. Now, let's see what we have. We have a much better consistency. Still not perfect. But you know what's going to make it perfect? You got it. Butter. You don't have to put butter, but again, you don't have to drink wine. Why do you drink wine? Not because you have to, because you like it. Same thing with butter. You don't have to do it, but you do it because you like it. And you see, the sauce comes alive. So remember, it's a red wine sauce, so it's dark. You don't want it to be dark so much, you put a white wine. But don't call it coq au vin. Call it coq à la white wine. A little more butter, okay, just in case. What do you think? Like your guests are going to say, you know, I like your coq au vin, but it's a little too much wine. Get out of the kitchen. There you go. Now we got a sauce. It's coming alive, friends. It's coming alive. You see? Now I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. Remember, it's full of stuff, right? They got a mushroom. It's got, look, now look. You see what I mean? Got the mushroom. It's got everything. This is a perfect sauce. I'm telling you, friends. Perfect sauce. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Perfect. All right. Let's make a plate. Got a plate right there. We're going to take a breast of chicken. Beautiful. Oh, by the way, look at the color on the other side. You see? See? Color on the other side is perfect. You don't need to worry about the other side. The other side is going to be just perfect. You put it right there. Oh, yes. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll put it right there. The mashed potatoes. Bring me the mashed potatoes. Ooh, the mashed potatoes are hot. Bring the mashed potatoes. You know what we could do to a very simple presentation. Jean-Pierre, just do this. Put the mashed potatoes in here. Put the mashed potatoes right in here. Very simple, huh? This is a simple meal, friends. We're not going to do a fancy anything. All right, put the potatoes right there. Get one of those, you know what, let me move it everything. Here you go, move out of the way. Take a little bit of broccolini right there. Just one, that's all you need, right? And then the sauce. Now the sauce, you can put it all over. You can put it everywhere, or you can just do it a little delicate right there. You see? Now, you can, like I said, you put the sauce everywhere you want, put it on top, put it everywhere you want, or just put it a little bit delicate right there. You got to put some parsley in there on that sauce. You know what you should do also, friends? Get yourself a nice sprig of parsley. So it's nice and pretty. And you know what I like to do, friends? I like to take some of that sauce and put it in a gooseneck. So then I don't, you know, not exactly easy to do, but you get the idea. Put the sauce in a gooseneck. Make your gooseneck look pretty, not like I did. And put it right next to it. And you have yourself a fabulous, beautiful plate. Let's cut into it. Let's see how good this is. Let's see. That's the best part of doing it. That's the best part of doing the whole thing, friends. Yeah, I'm not going to eat all this. I just want to show them how beautiful that is. You see, look, nice and moist and delicious, friends. I'm just going to have a little piece, because if I have too much, then I can't speak. But I want to make sure I get, you know what I love? I love the sauce. Oh, and the mashed potato. Wow. You know, you think it's just going to be, but it's remember, it's it's a red wine sauce. And it's delicious. Friends, I hope you make it. You know what made the whole sauce good, though? The butter. All those ingredients, forget about it. You don't put the butter, it doesn't work. Friends, I hope you make it. I always have fun cooking for you. Remember, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell. Thanks for watching, friends. Wow, wait until you see that, Jack. This, I'm telling you, you think you made a pot, the coq au vin. It tastes exactly the same. That sauce tastes exactly the same like it takes for 1 hour of baking a pot. And you got it right there ready to go. I hope they make it, because let me tell you, this is delicious. Oh, man, I'm going to have it. I'm going to have it right now. Why don't you taste it? It's really a red wine sauce.